Nephews? It's your favorite neighborhood brown girl. We back, and we back, and we back, and we back, and welcome back to another installment of Let's Talk About It. Today's topic is On My Block Season 2. I finished it last night and I'm really excited to start Season 3, but let's get into the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Again, this is me just getting into my notes and yelling about the shit that I noticed and that made me mad. Season 2 opens up. The opening scene is so solemn because, you know, we ended Season 1 with Ruby and Olivia getting shot because Caesar's a dumbass. I'm never gonna forgive them for making me think Ruby was dead. That shit was rude. 2, not Caesar and Monse back on their hood couple bullshit. You know, Caesar got beat up. He deserved it, but he got beat up. You know, he got jumped out of the gang basically. Jamal got money. Jamal got money. Let's not forget Season 1 ended with him finding that roller roll money when his friends didn't believe in him. Ruby's not dead, thank God. I'm so mad they had me out here believing Ruby was dead. That shit was so goddamn disrespectful. And then he opened his eyes and I was like, the air was back in my body and everything was fine. Ruby was going through some shit. I don't want to say everybody was tired of Ruby going through some shit because that's hella disrespectful, but Ruby just was like upset and Abuelita was like, look, you relying on the wrong medicine, my guy, and they got high together and I loved it. So Abuelita got Ruby high as fuck, and we love to see it. Caesar low-key got what he deserved though. Like, he really fucked up his friendship, his family. Like, Caesar, you can't make grown-up decisions and then be mad when grown-up consequences happen, sir. It upsets me to this day that Caesar really thought he could just go and do whatever he did and then there would be like no consequences and then has the nerve to be mad about the consequences. Sir, go to bed. And Monse is still annoying and I can't believe I gotta sit through another season of her bullshit. Do y'all know that there's a pregnant white girl on your porch? Mario. Henny was ready to knock the teeth out of Mario. The teeth out of Mario. She said, excuse me, huh? Holmes, there's a what on my porch? And then they had the nerve to sit down and have dinner because, you know, it's New Year's Eve or whatever. They sat down to have dinner and then Amber was like, on behalf of my people, I'm sorry for like whatever my people did to your people, and then like looked at Jamal. Why'd she look at Jamal like that? First of all, that was rude. And then she said she was raising a white Tina. I'm dead. I'm done. A white Tina? Sis, girl, no. Henny really wanted to be Mario's ass, and I loved every moment of that storyline. Henny being mad. Like, girl, me too. Monty kicked Caesar out of his house, and so Caesar went to go talk to Spooky, like, can I stay here with y'all? And Spooky was like, bro, you gotta go. We don't really fuck with you like that. Even though you're my brother, I don't really fuck with you like that because you was out here doing dumb shit and you fucked up. You fucked up and now you gotta suffer the consequences, my guy. And that was kind of funny, but also kind of sad. Like, that's your brother, you really gonna do him like that? And he did. And well, Caesar, shit happens, bruh. I guess you gotta live with your consequences. And then I was dead because when they told Caesar to leave, the Santos started barking at him and I was just like, I need y'all to calm down. You up here, you at a 10, bring it down to a -6. Players, y'all doing some weird shit. Stop it. Jasmine, funny as hell. She got in the argument between Jenny and Mario when Jenny was going off on that ass. She was not having any of the bullshit that Mario was spitting, and Jasmine was right there hyping her up. She was on the 1s and 2s, letting Mario know your ass done fucked up and your mom not with the shits, bruh. You gonna bring this white girl into our home, our respectful Latina home, Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? You brought this white girl into our home? Caesar had the nerve to pull up for the party, and Henny opened the door and was like, look, Caesar, I feel bad for you, but you gotta go. You don't bring that over here. You already got my son almost died because of you. Don't bring that over here. You gotta go. The door. Please leave. I do low-key like this much, like that much feel bad for Caesar because he is just a kid, but again, he decided to make these grown-up decisions, so he should deal with the grown-up consequences. And Caesar just keeps lying. He just constantly is lying, and it's like, Caesar, when are you gonna learn that lying is not going to get you anywhere, my guy? It's getting you nowhere. You just keep fucking up, and instead of just telling people the truth so you can get help, you just keep lying. Stop lying for 5 minutes, Caesar, please. Please stop lying. It was midnight. They shot out the little confetti poppers. Ruby, PTSD. Can we talk about my guy Jason Janeo? And Jason Janeo gave the performance of a lifetime in the second season. Like, listen, Brett Gray owned the first season, Jason owned the second season, and so did Jessica. Like, they gave the performance of a lifetime. Jason gave us range. It was kind of interesting to watch, but like, Ruby's PTSD was a big part of this storyline, and I just feel like it got kind of pushed to the side by some other bullshit, and we'll get into that later because, you know, I'm gonna be yelling. Can we talk about how when Ruby went outside after, you know, having a panic attack, and he was like crying to Olivia, like saying like it should have been me, and then here comes Caesar's ass, no, it should have been me. Like, sir, you ruin every moment. Like, you just be breathing and I just get irritated. Like, sir, we know it was your fault. Not that I'm saying it should have been Caesar. None of them should have been dead in the first place. But Caesar ruins everything. He ran his mouth too goddamn much. He did too fucking much in the first season, and that's why they're in this situation in the first place, because of Caesar, and Caesar just don't ever want to take responsibility for anything. You know what I'm saying? I wish Caesar would just take responsibility for his fucking actions for once. And Monse would stop blaming everybody else but the person who's at fault, which is her boyfriend. But you know, it ended, you know, the family was back together, the core four loving each other once again, I guess. I love that Ruby gave Olivia as a birthday gift the English to Spanish dictionary because she was not a linguist. Jamal ate that scene up when he told them about the roller world money and how they weren't listening, and he's like, I'm trying to change y'all's lives and y'all are not fucking listening to me. And then what makes me mad is that all of a sudden after he said I found the roller world money, they were like, that's our money, not your money. Nah. Jamal deserved better. I'ma still say it till the day I die. Jamal deserves better friends, and so does Ruby. Ruby was complaining, and then Spooky basically told Ruby, shut up. Yes, I'm sorry you got shot. Yes, you were in a life or death situation, but you have two parents that fucking love you and a family that loves you. We don't have that over here. He was spitting facts, but he didn't have to yell at him like that. Ruby is 14. Chill out. Now, let me get into some cold hard facts real quick. The Nomies that show up during Jamal's demise, like while Jamal's like freaking out that people are like gonna find out that he has this money, and then the Nomies are showing up. Part of me was like, I feel like it's Chivo, like just to mess with him, because Jamal did have Juanita, and everybody knows that Chivo loves Juanita more than anything. So I was like, half of me was like, oh, he's trying to get, you know, Juanita back, just fucking with Jamal because he found the roller world money. But I don't know if I don't remember if Chivo knew that Jamal found the roller world money. But also another part of me was like, somebody else is messing with him and making him think that it's Chivo. Cause I'ma say it until I find out if it's true or not. Lil Ricky ain't dead. I don't think that man is dead. But I also think that the Nomies were giving them hints on how to wash their money. Cause you know, the roller world money was obviously dirty because they robbed the place, but they have to clean it. You know, they have to wash the money. And the Nomies were low-key, like, they were dropping hints throughout season 2, like, constantly for Money Bunny. And it was right under their nose that whole time. Like, go to Money Bunny to wash your fucking money. Like, y'all could have did that episode 2 and we wouldn't have had none of these problems that we had for the rest of the season if y'all would have just opened your ears and your eyes and paid attention to the signs. It was kind of cute. We also got to learn about like Jasmine's story and kind of why she acts the way that she does. And it's still like Jasmine and Jamal are the characters that remind me that they're still kids, that they're still 14. She just, you know, her dad is basically a paraplegic. Like he's brain, and she just, you know, when you have to deal with a parent that is there but isn't there, you kind of have to grow up pretty fast. And she just kind of loves herself, and I feel like we all could learn a lot from Jasmine. She's a very important character to the show, and I feel like she was the friend that Ruby really needed, somebody that understands, like, you know, going through PTSD and losing somebody and like but still being there. And I think she really like opened Ruby's eyes to like everything's gonna be fine, but like be upset. And I feel like a lot of people weren't allowing Ruby to be upset and go through his emotions on his own. They kind of were like trying to force him to be happy again instead of just dealing with it one day at a time as he should. That was really important. Again, I told you I don't like Monse, and I don't like her crusty ass mama either. They needed to figure out what to do with Caesar. Jamal being the kind friend that he was like, come live with us, we'll take care of you. And then they were roommates. Hermano! Ruby and Jasmine kissed after the dance competition. They fucked it up, and then they was like, mwah, mwah. And we love to see it. I have a feeling in the 3rd season they might actually start dating. I'm here for it. It's an unexpected, expected relationship. You know what I'm saying? Ruby had a panic attack at the dance. Their friends, kind of shitty. But Jasmine was there for them. Jasmine was there for Ruby this season. She was there for him at the dance when that song started playing. She basically told Caesar and Monse, y'all could go, I got this, because y'all don't know what you're doing. And then Caesar and Monse, like, Ruby having a whole ass panic attack outside, and they're being their annoying hood couple ass breaking up again. And Caesar was like, you really are your mother's daughter, because you really just want to leave like this? Alright, no, it's fine. But, you know, I can also say after Caesar and Monse broke up again, Jamal, still being the great friend that he is, was like, I'm putting my shits on the line to help you, Caesar, because you're my brother and I care about you. And Jamal literally was supposed to be paying off his debt to the coach for digging up the football field, and he still said, nah, it's done. I'm gonna go be with my brother because he's clearly upset. All those damn Money Bunny commercials telling them like, look, go over there, you guys have your money. They could have been doing this whole time, and they decided to wait until like the last 3 episodes to do that. That's their own fault. They're not smart. They wasn't right here. You know what I'm saying? Some other bullshit. Monse really left her friends for Brentwood and like did not give a shit. Like, she did not give a shit. She just was like, cool, my ain't shit mama, who I want to believe is dope, even though my dad literally says she ain't shit. I want to believe that she is, so that I could live with her in fancy shimmy ass Brentwood. And she just left. Like, she did not care. She did not care at all. Wakey biatch. Iconic lines from the one and only Spooky. Mario is annoying, and he's a terrible fucking brother. One who forces their little brother to go to a Santos party when he just was shot and is clearly going through PTSD. A shitty one. A shitty one. And I know he tried to make up for it later when after Ruby's dumbass ended the truce with a shitty rap. He tried to make up for it by laying in bed with Ruby and being like, I didn't realize how cool you were back then. I just didn't want you around. And then I'm like, of course you care about him now. Your brother almost died, but you weren't caring about him before, and that's the point. That is the fucking point. You are a shitty brother. Also, let's talk about how that girl took a tequila shot off of Ruby, even though everybody probably knows that he a whole ass child. That was weird. Let's not do that anymore. Caesar started working at Dwayne's, and that he is still texting Monse, even though she clearly don't give a fuck about none of them. He needs to leave her alone. Hood relationships 101. That's really all it is. You guys, don't be like Caesar and Monse. Don't be like that. That Pauline, whatever the fuck her name is, she a hoe and she clearly just wanted to fuck Caesar. That's the moral of her story. She's gross, and so is Caesar. Monse been in Brentwood for like 3 days and they already managed to turn her into a white girl. They said fuck that curly hair and fuck them clothes you be wearing and fuck the way you be talking. They said we don't do that over here. It's white over here, so you gotta be that. She don't even like her own daughter the way that she is. She kind of, it's almost as if Monse's mom forgot that she also grew up in Free Ridge. Like girl, get your life together. Is this about that Caesar dude? Do you love him? Does he love you? Did he say it to you with his words or with his actions? Why are you talking like that? Why are you? Monse's mama, shitty ass person. Literally, Monse had to tell her to her face, would you love me if I looked like you? Would you have left if I looked like you? That's really what the moral of the story was, is that Julia's a racist. Again, the Money Bunny advertisements every 12 seconds. I also still think Lil Ricky ain't dead. Chivo, he's back and he weird as hell. They thought there was a curse on the Roller World money because bad things kept happening to anybody that came in contact with the money, but come to find out, the thing that didn't belong in the house wasn't the money, it was that black ass baby Amber had that Mario thought was his. That shit was so sending. Like, leave it to the white girl to not know who her baby daddy is. Officer Hamill was on his good cop shit, warning them that Latrell was back in town. Fuck this nigga Latrell. He could go somewhere else with them crispy ass braids. Caesar moved in with Chivo because Chivo got a cute little safe house or whatever. They were eating them stale ass Hot Pockets. And then I personally think that Chivo said his password to his safe out loud and let Caesar see the gun, not because he wanted to let him know that, you know, he is Santo for life, but he had some underlining intentions. Like, I feel like Lil Ricky is still alive and was telling Chivo to do certain things so that they could get these plans, you know? Like, I just really felt like that whole time Chivo's working with them, not against them, but he can't let them know that because Lil Ricky's actually alive, and he can't let them know that Lil Ricky alive because Lil Ricky needs to be dead for this shit to work out. You know what I'm saying? That's just me dissecting every little thing that happens. Also, let's talk about how Chivo says that he has a Santo, like a little Nomi for all the OG Santos that are dead, but he doesn't have one for Little Ricky. Explain that! Explain that! Because if Lil Ricky was dead, don't you think that Chivo would have had a little Nomi Santo in honor of him? How come he doesn't have one? And that bullshit, Lil Ricky lives in all of them. No! Why don't you have a little Nomi for Lil Ricky? Because he's not dead, Chivo, that's why, and he's helping these kids without them knowing. The prophets, they're corny. Caesar's a dumbass for trying to kill Latrell. The gun jammed, and now he had to run the marathon of his life because he a dumbass. Like I said, Latrell been about that action. Caesar's not about that action. Latrell said, look, that gun jammed, who you finna try? Cause I know it ain't me, caps. Cause Latrell was ready to get that ass. He whistled, he said, and all them prophets came a-running. Caesar literally had to duck and cover, and then they thought he was dead for some time. But, you know, they had to get this money just in case Caesar was alive, so they started a little money bunny scheme. Their little outfits was hilarious. But, you know, they did what they had to do. You know, they did what they had to do. Jasmine was helping them out. You know, she's a good friend. She don't ask no questions. She's just down for the bullshit. And I really hate it here because he's the worst, best big brother. Because, like, he loves Caesar and he's gonna do everything he can to keep him protected, but also at the same time he was like, fuck you. You kind of fucked up twice. Not once, but twice. You don't get a thrice, my guy. You don't get a thrice. But, you know, Spooky always got something up his sleeve. They got all the money wash and they planned on sending Caesar away, and then Monse's dumbass thought she was gonna go with him. Girl, this is not the hood romance AU you think it is. And then that's when Caesar told him he cheated on her, which, loophole, Caesar really didn't cheat on Monse because they were broken up. Like, they literally broke up for the 1,249,000th time, so they weren't even dating, so she really didn't have no reason to be mad because they were broken up. They were broken up. She was ghosting him, getting that little Brentwood whatever with the little white boy, so she really ain't got no business being mad. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time I'm gonna stand up for Caesar. That's the only time I'm gonna stand up for that man, is because Monse was wrong. She had no reason to be mad. And like, Caesar pulls up in Prophet territory right after that, right? To rat his own brother out, you know, rat the Santos out, which from the jump watching that, I was like, this don't even sound right. This don't even sound right. I was like, they got some weird plan up their sleeve. Then Prophet was corny walking up on Caesar like that. Like, obviously he ain't finna try not a damn thing. Like, there's way too many of y'all and one of him. What is he finna do? He also failed to kill Latrell twice. What did y'all think he was gonna do? Y'all are corny. Back up. And you look like your breast stinks. Once Caesar pulled that 50,000 off his chest, I knew that they had him and Spooky had some weird plan and action, especially the way that Spooky like was excited about Jamal and Ruby giving him the rest of the Roller World money to save Caesar's ass. I knew they had something up their sleeve because Spooky was way too calm about it. He was way too calm about it. He didn't seem shocked or nothing. And I know nothing really surprises my guy Spooky, but like, he had no, like, nothing. So I just felt like Caesar had told him and they had some weird plan up their sleeve. And that's exactly what they did. And it was corny as hell, but worth it, you know? They saved Caesar's ass, but now Caesar's friends are out of money. And that was disrespectful. Spooky could have gave them a little something. But I also feel like later, after they saved Caesar's ass and they were having that meeting, Spooky was like, you know, the things that you've done won't go unnoticed. And I was like, does Spooky know that little Ricky ain't dead and he working with him and they know that they gonna give them their money back later? I don't know, but my mind is racing. They were still freshmen in the second season. I felt like a whole year passed, but really it was like 3 weeks. Whatever. Caesar and Monse broke up again, but this time Billie Eilish was playing in the back. All them prophets got caught up and all them niggas went to jail, straight to prison where they belong for being corny. Ruby still got PTSD. I hope y'all didn't forget that. He still got PTSD. Monse really decided just to leave her friends and not really give a fuck. She didn't like her. Like, I understand that you want to like branch out and like make girlfriends and stuff like that, but like you just decided to leave them and like did not care about their thoughts or feelings at all. And that's why they didn't take you seriously, because you're constantly leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. That like, they're sick of your shit too, but it's like she's constantly like, Monse was just like, you guys need me, you guys need me. They don't need you. Honestly, you caused a lot of the drama in the friend group, if we really think about it. If you want to really go there, sis, you the one causing the problems. And then they got kidnapped. And that's how season 2 ended. They got kidnapped, they got kidnapped, they got kidnapped. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think that the kidnapping was a setup. I feel like Lil Ricky's still alive. Jasby's gonna start dating in the 3rd season. I feel like the person that set up them being kidnapped is somebody like of a higher power with the Santos, whether it's like Abuelita, because we don't really know where she plays in with the Santos. Lil Ricky could be doing something. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get answers, and like my predictions for season 3 are, you know, Lil Ricky's not dead. Caesar and Monse are probably gonna get back together and then break up again. But I also think that Monse is just gonna like not give a shit about her friends after all this. Jasmine and Ruby are probably gonna start dating because that's predictable but not predictable. I really hope Jamal gets a little love interest because I'm tired of everybody dating around him like he don't deserve love. Okay? I hope that they get their money. And I just hope that they can go a whole season without fucking tragedy. They're children. And will they make it to their sophomore year? Because it's still freshman year and I'm exhausted. Can they be sophomores? Can they be sophomores? Can they get through the rest of high school? Please. But I guess we'll see. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right Just remember, y'all, you ain't got to lie to kick it. And if you got to lie to kick it, you wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are for season 3. If you haven't watched it, if you have watched it, please don't ruin it for me. I'm about to watch it as soon as this video is uploaded. I'm gonna watch it. So don't be ruining shit for me, because I'm gonna have to block you. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me know in the comments if you also hate Cesar and Monse as much as I hate Cesar and Monse. I just feel like, you know, we all might be on the same page with that one. And yeah, I'll see y'all back in another one, in another one, in another one, in another one. Bye.
What's poppin', nieces and nephews? You've reached the Kickin' It with Cara channel. Sorry we can't come to the phone right now. We're probably making a video. See you Thursday, though. Bye!